Ever since I started making YouTube videos back in 2015, there has been one video that I've always wanted to make. A video that, for some reason or another, I never actually did. Today, after much deliberation with myself, I decided to make my most controversial video ever. A video that will cause ripples through the YouTube community, and a video that could tarnish the reputation that I've spent months building up. I am making a Star Wars Battlefront 2015 map ranking. Now I know this is way off brand for my channel, and it goes against my core creation ideals. But at some point in every man's life, he has to take his preconceived notions of himself and punt them 85 yards as if they were a small toddler. Plus, I just really wanted to do it anyways, and I have 28 subscribers, so I have nothing to lose. And since it's 2021, I guess I'll just go ahead and follow suit and do what everybody else is doing, and make a tier list. Actually, you know what? Blurbs goes against the grain. We do things differently. We don't fall in line. We don't do what everybody else is doing. We carve our own unique path. So today I will be doing a list so revolutionary, so incredibly different, so unique. Okay, so here's the tier list. If you want to follow along, it'll be down in the description below, and you can send it to me via Twitter DMs. For this list, I did only Walker Assault maps, since those are the only maps that actually matter. But I did add in a map from each DLC just to make it feel well-rounded. Also, I'm going to try to keep all of these brief, since I don't want to make a 20-minute video, because that's not really my style. First off, we have Outpost Beta, which is the map set on Hoth, and I consider the original classic Star Wars Battlefront 2015 map. This map is so good in so many ways. It is paced incredibly well, allowing for these insane and epic charges, both upon entering the hangar at the beginning and while crossing the trench-covered field at the end. This map has a two-lane approach both in the first and second phase, and the third opens up for an epic skirmish. The only knock I have on this map is that it's a little visually bland compared to the other maps on this list. It is also somewhat linear in the first two sections. This one's gonna find its way into A tier. A as in Aslan from The Lion King. Soro Subcomplex is a map made on the new planet Solist, a planet made specifically for this game. And I mean, man oh man, is it a boring looking map. I mean, you have complete creative freedom over what this map looks like, and you make it an industrial factory? My disappointment is unfathomable. Unfathomable, I think. This map is also very boring to play on and feels spread out and disjointed. So that's a D. When you see this map come up in your rotation, just press the skip button right here, Greg. Just skip it. Greg, the skip button, it's just press the skip it, Greg. Skip the map, Greg. I don't want to play it, Greg. Skip the map. The Forest Moon of Endor map is a map set on Endor. So that's an S. But seriously, this map is fantastic in every sense. It has an amazing verticality with the Ewok bridges overhead. It has well-paced combat with the push at the beginning, which is the precipice of well-designed pace. And this map is also drop-dead gorgeous. Okay, next we've got Jundland Wastes from Tatooine. I kind of like the way this map looks, but it plays pretty badly. The first two phases are okay, but phase 3 gets straight nasty with the clutter and mess of design with this giant big hole in the middle. I can't say I have ever actually wanted to play on this map. So go ahead and put it in the C tier. That's where we're wanting it. It is right there in the C tier. Graveyard of Giants was the first free DLC map released for Star Wars Battlefront. It was launched alongside the release of Star Wars Episode 7. Oh my gosh. It's been 7 years since Star Wars Episode 7 came out, and I've still done nothing with my life. This is a huge open graveyard of ships. It's a fine map and has a really good flow. It's also pretty good to look at with giant crashed Empire stuff all over the place. None of it really stands out as good or bad, but it's an okay map. So we're gonna put it in the B tier. B tier. Twilight on Hoth is the best looking map in Star Wars Battlefront, and honestly, I'm a style over substance kind of guy. I would also argue that this map has awesome design with interweaving caves that open up flanking opportunities. I've never not had fun while playing on this map, so go ahead and put it in S, John. Sure thing, John. I really like that map. It's really good looking. You're totally right, John. Dude, you're just so cool. Speaking of good looking, look at you, bud. Hey, thanks, man. You too. Survivors of Endor was the third and final free DLC map. It is a fairly good map, taking a ton of inspiration from the other Endor map, but it's not quite as good, with an end section that is a little underwhelming. But overall, I had a lot of fun while playing the first two sections, and it's Endor. So, A. Oh.
Next section.
Okay, now for the first paid DLC map. DLC meaning downloadable content, not to be confused with the hit network television series TLC, which stands for Town of Leicester City, which might sound a little redundant, and that's probably because I just made it up. Anyways, this map is Jabba's Palace, which is our first non-walker assault map. But it is a fun and narrow corridor map which sees you escorting cargo like in Overwatch. But what it does not see you doing is being bored. But what it does not see you do is being bored. But what it does not see you doing is be bored. But what it does not see you being is doing bored. I don't think any of those are right. I don't know. Phrase it yourself. Come on. This map is awesome atmospherically with the classic music and cool smoke effects all over the place. Sadly, it's almost impossible to get a game on this map. But anyways, it's an S, which stands for soup. Big boys drinking soup. Jabba's probably drinking some soup, because big boys like soup. Bespin is a gorgeous map, but it sucks. It sucks so freaking much. Oh my gosh. This map is terrible. The way this map plays out is a disjointed, confusing mess. The third section being by far the worst, as it's an open hangar that is not fun to fight over. The redeeming part of this map, though, is that the cloud cars are super fun to fight in. I hate to betray you like this, Lando, but you're going down to the C tier. Oh, but John, if you hate it so much, shouldn't it be in D tier? Well, I need something to go into the C tier. So C, shut up. The Death Star. You either love it or you die tragically when Luke drops a nuke into your hole. The whole Death Star DLC is one big experience that is super cool, if you can get through the entire thing. All the maps are fun to fight through, and the trench run is the trench run. Of course it's trench fun. But with an experience that is this long, it seems like something is always bound to go wrong, or I have to quit, or do something else anyways. But either way, the Death Star explodes onto the scene with an A. Initially, I was going to rank all of the Scarif Walker Assault maps, which there are 3 of, but I have decided to condense them all into one, which is represented by this picture that I picked. They are all quite similar, so that's why I lumped them together. I think that the Scarif maps are great. The beaches are super beautiful to fight over, and my love of Rogue One makes this map that much sweeter. The flow and pace are perfect, and there is not a single bad thing I have to say about these maps. So it's an S for Scarif, which is the name of the map. Alright, so that's my ranking of the Star Wars Battlefront maps in a tier list format. If you liked, then press the like button. If you disliked, then buy my shirts, please. They're very cheap. They're a good price. Link in the description. If you love me, send heart emojis. Like this one. Except this is an emoji. This is my hands. Alright, goodbye.